Hello and welcome to Just Vintage Crochet. Today I have a really fun project. So I found this great doily pattern, but whenever I saw it, I did not see a doily. I saw a bedspread. Large squares that can be sewn together or crocheted together and turned into a bedspread. As you can see, I changed it up a little bit. The scallop edging can be put around the border of the entire blanket, but for the individual squares, I wanted to keep them sew friendly. And of course, I'm going to show you how to do this if you want to make this in the style as just a doily as it was intended. But this is how I chose to end this one here, so that it would make a nice square that's going to be really easy to sew together. And this is using a sport weight cotton and a 4mm hook. So if you were to bump up to a worsted weight cotton, I would say keep it at a 4.5 or a 5mm hook, because if you use a hook too big, you're going to lose the design. You're going to lose the stitch definition. Got to mention this pattern is from 1990, so it is nearly at this point 35 years old. That makes me feel old. All right, so this is the material I used. So just for your own reference, it has 420 yards. This is the first ball that I used, but it was brand new at the time. So you can see it takes about half of a 420 yard ball to make just one. Okay, so the pattern calls for us to chain 4 and work a total of 16 double crochet into the very first chain made. Of course, I will be using a magic circle, but I'll show you how they intend you to do this. Chain 4, these top 3 chains count as your first of 16 double crochet. Into the very first chain made, work 15 more double crochet, just like that. And then join with the slip stitch into the top of the third chain over here. I'm going to be using a magic circle. I will be chaining 2. That will not count as a stitch. It's just filler. So I'm going to be working 16 full double crochet into my magic circle. So whenever I come back and join, I will join into the top of the first double crochet I made, ignoring the chain 2, as that's just going to be a gap filler. So I'll be back whenever I have 16 total double crochet made. 16 double crochet made. Tighten the center up. Here is my starting chain 2 right here off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and join into the top of that first double crochet made, ignoring the chain 2. And you see how that just kind of cleans things up and closes up any gaps. Looks really nice and clean. Close this up all the way, and there we go. Purty. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and chain 1, and into that same joining stitch, work a single crochet. Chain 3, skip 1 stitch and work a single crochet into the next. That's the repeat all around, is chain 3, skip a stitch, work a single crochet into the next. By the end, you should have 8 single crochet and 8 chain 3 spaces. So come on back when you get to the end. When you get to the end, you should have 1 unworked double crochet as your last stitch. Then chain 3 and join with the slip stitch into your first single crochet of this round. There we go. All right, so for the next round, round 3, we're going to slip stitch into the chain space. I'm going to work a stacked single, but the pattern calls for a chain 3 as a double crochet. But I'm going to work a stacked single instead. There we go. And work 4 more double crochet into the same chain space. And the repeat all around is to work 5 double crochet into every chain space with no chains in between. Just jump from one chain space to the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, no chaining or anything, just yarn over, jump right into the next chain space. Okay, at the end you should have a total of 40 double crochet all around. Join into the top of your chain 3 or into the top of your stacked single. Let's go ahead and join to close this round off. Now we're going to chain 1 and work a single crochet in that same joining stitch. And just like we did down here, we're going to chain 3, skip 1 stitch and work a single crochet into the next. Chain 3, skip 1 stitch, work a single crochet into the next. Chain 3. This will be the repeat all around. You should end with 20 single crochet and 20 chain 3 spaces. Just go ahead and work your last single crochet in the second to last stitch. So you should end this round with 1 unworked stitch and then join into the first single crochet you made. Let's go ahead and join. I worked my last single crochet. I have 1 unworked double crochet, chain 3, slip stitch into the starting single crochet. Now we're going to go ahead and slip stitch over into the chain space. Chain 1, work a single crochet, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the next chain space, work a single crochet. This is the repeat. Chain 4, work a single crochet into the next chain space. Chain 4, single crochet into the next. Okay, I will be back when we get back around to the beginning here. Finish this round together, single crochet into the last chain space, chain 4, slip stitch into the starting single crochet. Now let's slip stitch into the first 2 stitches, the first 2 chains. 1 and then the next one over. That puts us pretty much in the middle. Chain 1, single crochet, and we're just going to repeat the last round. Chain 4, slip stitch, or forgive me, single crochet into the next chain 4 space. Chain 4, single crochet into the next space. Chain 4, single crochet into the next space over. Okay, work this all around and end this round the exact same way we just ended the last round. I'll be right back. I finished that round with a slip stitch into the starting single crochet. Now, just like before, we are going to start this by slip stitching into the first 2 stitches or 2 chains of the chain space. Chain 1, single crochet, chain 5, work a single crochet into the next chain space over. We'll do that one more time. Chain 5, single crochet into the next chain space over. Now we're going to work 7 double crochet into the next chain space. Don't worry about chaining anything, just jump right into the next chain space and work 7 double crochet. Okay, 7 double crochet worked. Into the next chain space, work a single crochet. So it should look like this with no chains in between. Now let's chain 5 and single crochet 3 times. So into the next chain space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, next chain space over, and then one more time, next chain space over. So we're looking for 3 chain 5 spaces. Now, like we did before, we're going to work 7 double crochet into the next chain space. So as you can see, we are starting to create our corners and the walls of the square. Corner, wall. I don't know why I call them a wall. Edge. So, okay, here we go. 7 double crochet. We're just going to repeat this right here and right here. So without chaining anything into the next chain space, work your single crochet, followed by chain 5 single crochet 3 times. There we go. Now we work our 7 double crochet. Okay, now we work our single crochet in the next space over, followed by our series of chain 5s. Okay, 3 of them done. Now we're going to work our last group of 7 double crochet into the next chain space over. Okay, let's end this round by working a single crochet into the last chain space, chain 5, and then we work a slip stitch to join into the starting single crochet. And there we go. And so now you can see we have a square now. All right, now let's go ahead and slip stitch over into this chain space here, right next to where we joined. And it wants us to work a chain 5 to count as a treble, a US treble crochet plus chain 1. But I'm going to go ahead and work 4 stacked singles to count as a treble. So that's 1, 2, made that one too tight. 3 might be enough. Let's see if 3 is enough. So regardless if you do 3 or 4, you'll need to chain 1. Yarn over twice and work a US treble. See how that looks. You know what? I think 3 is going to be enough for a treble, which makes sense. It's a treble, so duh. So 3 stacked singles, not 4. We're going to want a total of 7 US treble crochets separated by a chain 1. So chain 1, yarn over twice. This will make 3, chain 1. That's 4, chain 1, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now we're going to go ahead without chaining anything and work a single crochet in the next chain space over. Okay, chain 1, and in the single crochet right here, before you get to the double crochets, work a US treble. Chain 1 and work 1 treble crochet into each of the 7 double crochet that we have. Chain 1. All of them separated by a chain 1. Chain 1, yarn over and work a treble into this single crochet right here. Okay, now we're going to chain 1 and work a single crochet into the next chain space over. So this is how the start of this round should be looking. Okay, now we're going to work a chain 1 and we're going to work this right here where we have the 7 trebles separated, US trebles separated by a chain 1. Okay, work a single crochet without chaining. There we go. Now we will chain and into the single. This is going to be the repeat all the way around at this point. So I'm going to work one more corner with you. The repeat is for the corners, you work a treble into the single crochet, chain one, and into all the double crochets, you work your treble separated by a chain one. Chain one, work a treble into the single crochet, chain one, single crochet into the next chain space. Then without chaining, start working your 7 trebles separated by a chain one here in this center chain space. So you can see how that plays out. So it's always the center chain space that gets this group here. Center, you're going to work your single crochet and then work your 7 right there. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to end this round with chain one, single crochet into the last chain space, chain one, and join into the top of either your starting chain or your stacked singles. Okay. There we go. So as far as round 9 goes, you can start with a chain 5 to act as your double crochet plus chain 2, or you could work the stacked single. So I'm going to work a stacked single. So here we go. Just 2 of them for a double crochet plus chain 2. And into the next double crochet over, work a double crochet, chain 2. Next one over, this is going to repeat for this whole fan right here, chain 2, okay, last one. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's chain 2 and work a single crochet over the single crochet. Now we're going to start forming our pineapples right here. So chain 2 and into the treble crochet, work a single, chain 2, work a single in this one, all the way across to right here. Chain 2, single, okay. So now we have a grand total. If you count from the single crochet right here that's over the top of the single, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chain 2 spaces, but only 8 of them, so ignoring this one now, only 8 of them count toward our pineapple. So let's repeat. Chain 2, work a single over the single, chain 2. Now we're going to repeat this section right here, right here. So into the first double, we work a double followed by a chain 2. And that's the repeat across this entire shell. Chain 2, work a double, chain 2, work a double. One more. Again, that's for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 doubles, followed by chain 2, work a single in the single, chain 2. Now we're going to start working this pineapple up. So into the first treble, you work a single, chain 2, next one over, single, chain 2, next one over. A total of 8 over the actual pineapple. If you don't count this chain 2 here, it's a total of 8 over the pineapple. But if you were to count from the single crochet, it's a total of 9 chain 2 spaces. But this first chain 2 space right here doesn't actually count toward the pineapple. Last one. Now let's chain 2, work a single over the single, chain 2, and again, just like we did, so between the pineapples, these being our pineapples, we're going to work the double crochets. So into the first double crochet, chain 2, okay, now let's chain 2, and again, work a single over the single, and we're going to work the pineapple again. So chain 2 and into the first treble, work a single, followed by chain 2 and a single into the next. I'll be right back. Okay, follow these pineapple stitches with chain 2, single in the single. Now we're going to work our doubles again. Start with a chain 2 and into the first double, chain 2, again all the way across this shell. Chain 2, single over the single, then we work the pineapple again. So that's going to be a chain 2 and into the first treble, make your single, followed by a chain 2, then into the next treble. I'll work that off camera really quick. Okay, worked my last single. Let's chain 2, work a single over the single, chain 2 and slip stitch into either your starting chain, the third chain up, or into the top of your stacked singles. There we go. Okay, and that is round 9. So the pineapples are going to be worked in the center, and the ones where we have the double crochets, that's our corners. There you go. I think it was out of focus there. Here we go. Okay, on to row 10. So let's go ahead, after we've joined, let's go ahead and slip stitch into this chain space here. And you can start with a chain 3 for a double crochet. I'm going to go ahead and start with a stacked single, but we need to work one double crochet and then work another one. Here we go. Now let's chain 2 and work 2 double crochet into the next space, and this will be the repeat across this entire fan. So this being the corner, so across the whole corner we're going to chain 2 and into the chain space work 2 double crochet. There we go. Okay, now we're going to chain 2 and work a single in the single, chain 2, and work, you're going to skip this chain 2 space right here that's connected to the single, and in this next chain 2 space we're going to start building up our pineapple. So work a single crochet followed by chain 2, and in the next chain 2 space just repeat that over and over again. Okay, so we're going to chain 2, skip over this chain 2 space here, and into the single, work a single crochet. Chain 2 and skip this chain 2 space here. So we're going to skip the chain 2 spaces that directly touches that single crochet, and into the next chain 2 space we're going to work our corner, which is 2 double crochet, chain 2, next chain space, 2 double crochet, over and over. We are looking, if it makes it easier, because I know it makes it easier for me, we are looking for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 2 double crochet per corner. Chain 2, 2 double crochet. So that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Chain 2, single crochet. So we're going to skip the chain 2 spaces that touch the single crochet. So work a single in the single, chain 2, we work our pineapple. So we skip this, and into the first of our pineapple chains we work our single crochet, and that is a total of course, skipping the first and last chain 2 spaces. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chain 2 spaces for the pineapple. Okay, so this is the repeat all around. You'll complete working your pineapple stitches. This will be where your last single crochet for the pineapple will go, because we're always going to skip the chain 2 spaces that directly touch that single crochet. So work your last single crochet here, chain 2, work a single over the single, chain 2, and into this first space between these 2 double crochet, start working your 6 groups of 2 double crochet in a row all the way around. I will be right back. Okay, let's close off round 10 together. So we're going to end on the pineapple, and just after you work your last single crochet, so I worked, I guess I can just show you. Be easier this way. So I worked my last single crochet for the actual pineapple, chain 2, work a single over the single, then chain 2, and go ahead and slip stitch into the top of your starting chain or your stacked singles. And there you go. On to round 11. Okay, let's start with slip stitching into the next double crochet over and slip stitching into the chain 2 space. We need to work a total of 4 double crochet. You can do that by starting with a chain. I'm going to start with the stacked singles. That makes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, without chaining anything, yarn over and jump over to the next chain 2 space and repeat that. 4 double crochet. Into the next chain 2 space, work 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now into these next 2 chain spaces, work 4 double crochet in each. Okay, now we're going to chain 3, skip over these 2 chain spaces and the single crochet, jump straight over into the first of your stitches on the pineapple and work a single crochet. Should look like that. Now chain 3 and work your pineapple stitches. So single crochet into the next space, chain 3, single crochet into the next space, chain 3, and repeat. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain 3s for your pineapple. Chain 3 and start working your corner again. You're going to skip these 2 chain spaces, and starting in the first chain space between the 2 groups, start working your 4 double crochet. So it's going to work like this: 4 double crochet, 4 doubles, 5 doubles, and then 4 doubles, 4 doubles. Chain 3, skip over these 2 chain spaces and start working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain 3s for your pineapple. That's the repeat. It will look like this. In the third space over, we work 5. Four into each of the next 2. Then chain 3. Skip over these 2 chain spaces and the single crochet and start working your pineapple stitches. It will look like that. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You just have to skip these. 1, 2, 3, yarn over and into this first space between the 2 groups. Start working your corner repeat. 4, 4, 5, 4, 4. I'll finish the rest of this off camera and I will be right back. Let's close off round 11 together. I just worked my last stitch for my pineapple. So now I'm going to chain 3, skip over all of this, and join into the top. There we go. Okay, now it wants us to start with a chain 5 for a double crochet plus chain 2, or you can start with a stacked single plus chain 2. Chain 2. Now we're going to skip just 1 stitch, and in the next stitch over, work a double crochet, chain 2. This is the repeat for this corner. Skip 1, work a double crochet, chain 2, skip 1, work a double crochet, all the way across this corner shell. and then into the last stitch of the shell. And you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 double crochet, counting your starting chain or stacked. Okay. We're going to work the pineapple. So chain 3, skip this whole space and start working your pineapple stitches. 1, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3 chains, single crochet all the way across. There we go, last one. Chain 3 and into the very first double crochet, start working your corner stitches just like we did over here. 11 double crochet separated by chain 2. So that was double crochet, chain 2, skip 1, and work a double crochet. All the way across. Okay, into the last stitch. There we go. Chain 3 and start working your pineapple. So just jump over this, start working your pineapple with a series of single crochets and chain 3s. Okay, this is the repeat. When you're done working the pineapple section, you will chain 3, skip over this section here, and into the very first double crochet, start working your doubles, chain 2, skip 1, double, just like over here. I'll be right, oops, there we go, just like over here. I'll be right back. Okay, let's finish row 12 together. Chain 3 after you've worked your pineapple stitches, and slip stitch into the top of your starting, either the third chain of your chain 5 or your top of your stacked single. There we go. Okay, this is going to be a really easy one. Slip stitch over into the chain space, and you can start with a chain 3 for your first double or your stacked singles. What we're looking for is 3 double crochet into each of these chain 2 spaces. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So on this corner, just work 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all the way across with no chains in between. Just jump from one chain 2 space to the next. So at the end, we are looking for 30 double crochet in a row. Now let's chain 3 and start working our regular pineapple stitches. So just into each chain 3 space, work a single crochet followed by chain 3 across the whole pineapple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be right back. Okay, you should have 4 chain 3 spaces over your pineapple now. Chain 3 and repeat the corner with 30 double crochet in a row. So chain 3, jump over to the chain 2 space and start working your 3 double crochets per chain 2 space until you have 30 double crochet across. Then you will chain 3 from here, chain 3, and start working your 4 pineapple chain 3 spaces over and over again. Then you will end with a chain 3 and then jump over to the next corner, working your 30 double crochet in a row. I'll be right back. Let's finish row 13 together. After you've worked your 4th pineapple space, chain 3, and join into the top of your chain 3 or your stacked singles. The next round is going to be a pretty easy one. So you can start with a chain of 5 for a double crochet plus chain 2, or you can start with a stacked single plus chain 2. Right into your joining stitch. Chain 2. Now we're going to skip 1 stitch, and in the next stitch over, work a double crochet. So that creates 1 space. We need a total of 6 spaces. So that was 1, chain 2, skip 1, work a double crochet. That's 2 spaces. 1, 2, skip. That's 3, chain 2, skip, that's 4, chain 2, skip, that's 5, chain 2, skip, that is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now work 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 doubles. 1, 2, chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And into the very next stitch over, work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. We're basically now mirroring everything we did over here, we're going to do on this side. So chain 2, skip 1, and work your first of 6 spaces. So that's 1, skip, 2, chain 2, skip, that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Chain 3 and work your pineapple stitches. We should now have 3 spaces to work, 3 chain spaces to work. So here we go. 1, 2, 3 chains. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 2. And that's 3. There we go. Chain 3 and work this corner again just like this. 6 chain spaces. So basically you'll work your chicks. Work your 6 chain spaces. And once you complete that 6th space, you'll have that double crochet. Just add 2 more so that you have 3 in a row. Chain 5, and in the very next stitch over, work 3 double crochet, and then your 6 chain spaces again. Chain 3, work your 3 pineapple stitches, chain 3, and repeat that corner. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Work 2 double crochet in a row. That way you have 3 in a row. Chain 5. And in the very, very next stitch over, work your 3 doubles in a row. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, skip 1, and start working your 6 spaces, followed by a chain 3, pineapple stitches, chain 3, start working your corner again. I will be right back. Here is how that should be looking. Okay, let's finish round 14 together with the chain 3. That's after you work your last 3 pineapple stitches. Chain 3 and join into the 3rd chain up from your chain 5 or the top of your stacked singles. There we go. It's really taking shape. It's so pretty. We're almost done with the pineapple too. Okay, let's work round 15. Let's go ahead and slip stitch over to the chain space. And you can start with a chain 3 or a stacked single for a double crochet. And work 2 more double crochet for a total of 3. Let's work 3 double crochet without chaining in between in each chain 2 space until you reach this section here with the 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and in the last space here, 1, 2, and 3. So you're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 double crochet in a row. Chain 3, work in the corner. We're going to work 3 doubles, chain 5, and 3 doubles. into this chain 5 space. 3, 4, 5. 3 more doubles. Then we're going to chain 3 and repeat that down the other side, 18 double crochet in a row. By way of 3 double crochet in each chain 2 space. Okay, that is how that should be looking. And just like before, we're going to chain 3 and work our pineapple stitches. Now we should only have 2 chain sections left to work. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, single crochet, and that's it. Just the 2, chain 3, and repeat everything we did over here on all 4 corners. Corners and pineapples separated by a chain 3, no different than before. So there we go. I will meet back up with you when we get back around to the last pineapple, and we will finish off round 15 together. But very easy, right? Let's finish this round off together. Just worked my last 2 pineapple stitches here. Chain 3 and join into the top of your starting stitch. There we go. Okay, let's move on to row 16. Round 16, sorry. Okay, so we're going to start with a chain 1, single crochet into the joining stitch, chain 3. We're going to skip 2 stitches, and in the 3rd stitch over, work a single crochet, chain 3, repeat, skip 2 stitches, work a single crochet. Again, we're going to do that all the way up the double crochet in a row section. Skip, skip. 1, 2, 3. Skip, skip. Okay, now chain 2, and in this chain space, work a double crochet. So skipping the last 2 stitches on the end here. Now chain 3 and work a corner of 3 double crochet, chain 5, 3 double crochet. Now we're going to work all of this in reverse. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain 3 spaces before we have to work that part. So in reverse, that's going to be chain 3, double crochet into the chain space, chain 3, skip 2, and start working your your single crochets separated by chain 3. Skip, skip. 1, 2, 3, skip. Skip 2, and in the last stitch, there you go, chain 3 and work your pineapple stitch. You should just have 1 to work. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Chain 3 and repeat everything we did on this first corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain 3 spaces, chain 3, skip the last 2 stitches, work a double in the chain space, chain 3, work the corner, and then reverse it back down. So starting in the first stitch, single crochet, chain 3, skip 2, and repeat. Okay, I have my 5 chain 3 spaces worked. Reaching the corner area here, we just chain 3, work a double in that chain space, chain 3, and work our corner of 3 doubles, chain 5, 3 doubles. So I'm going to repeat this all around, and then I will be right back. Let me work I'll start this part here with you one more time first. So we're going to chain 3, double crochet in that space, like that, chain 3, skip the first 2 double crochet and start working on our chain 3 spaces. Skip 2. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, let's finish this round together. Just going to end with your chain 3 and then slip stitch into your starting single crochet. The next round is going to be very easy. Round 17 is basically going to be chain stitches all the way around, including in the corners. So let's slip stitch over to the first chain space we have here. Chain 1, work your single crochet, chain 4, single crochet into the next. This is the repeat all the way around. Chain 4, single crochet, chain 4, I think I only put 3 there. Yeah. Into this chain space is no different. Chain 4, single crochet, chain 4. Into the corner, you work a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet into the same corner. And this is literally it all the way around. Into that chain space, chain 4. And you can see we're really squaring things off. When you look at this corner, it's really squared off now. Pineapples is the only place we're going to change things up even a little bit. So let's chain 4, and here is the tip of the pineapple. So you're going to work your single crochet here. Now chain just 3 and work into that last pineapple stitch. Chain just 3 again and work into the space just next to it. Now go ahead and resume chaining 4 and single crochet. So it should look like that, kind of almost dipped in right here. And then the corners, very easy. It's just going to be single crochet, chain 4, single crochet. So just keep working this all the way around, and I will be right back. Okay, let's close off this round together. I've already started my chain 4 and slip stitch into the starting single crochet. Now let's go ahead and repeat this again. So we're going to slip stitch over, chain 1, single crochet all into the first space, chain 4, and we're off. It's just a repeat of the last round with one exception. When you go over the pineapples, just keep working your chain 4s. You don't have to worry about chain 3s. We're all done with that. The corners are going to be exactly the same. Single crochet, chain 4, single crochet. We are almost done. Pretty fun little pattern, isn't it? You might hear some giggling in the background. My son is online with his friends. It's James. Good to hear him laugh. Okay, I'm going to work my way over to that pineapple area and show you how we're going to do that. Okay, at the pineapple section here, we're just going to keep chaining 4 and working single crochets without any interruption. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Just like that. And then the corners are the same, just like that. Single crochet, chain 4, single crochet. Work this all around, and then we will work the last round together. So I am going to show you how to clean this row up for sewing, but as I promised before, I'm also going to show how to do the scallops for those who want to finish this off as the intended doily. And of course, you can also use these scallops for just working around the entire blanket once you get them done. Once you get them all done and sewn together. So what you're going to do is slip stitch over to the first chain space, single crochet, yarn over twice, and you're going to work, let's see, you're going to work 7 US treble crochet separated by a chain 1, and that's it. That's the whole scallop. Two, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then work a single crochet in the next space over, and then without chaining, just start working your 7 treble crochet separated by a chain 1 into the very next space, and you will work this around the corner as well. So the corner will also get 7. So you'll work a single crochet here and then start working your 7 treble crochet scallop in each of the corners, and that's how those are completed. So for those wanting to have a cleaner edge to sew together for blanket, just chain 1, work a single crochet right where the joining stitch is, work 2 single crochet into each chain 4 space, 1 single crochet over each single. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. The way I count it in my head is 1, 2, 3. The third going into the single. Then it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. In the corner, I worked 2 double crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then 2 single crochet again. There you go. Then work a single in the single. Then I just start counting again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Really fast, really easy. Gives you a nice clean edge, and it kind of opens up these top stitches a little bit too. So there we go. Work that all the way around, and whenever I get back around to the beginning, I'll close this off. Just join with the slip stitch into your starting single crochet, then we will sew the 2 panels I made together. Okay, let's join our beautiful square. So right side up, of course you can join any way you want, but I happen to like the texture of the seam showing on the right side of the work. So putting the wrong sides together, but the right sides facing out. And I just work a simple single crochet join. So in the chain 2 space, and you can use this same chain 2 space once the 2 are put together, and you want to put more this way, you can use this same chain 2 space. And I will join with a single crochet right in that space. Just go right back in there. single crochet. And that's what I will do along the entire path. Now you can work the back loop and then the front loop, and that will give you just a little bit more texture. Or you can work all 4 loops, like the full tops of the stitches. I'll do it a little bit of both so that you can get a pretty good idea what that looks like, so that way you don't have to spend the time figuring it out. I'll just show you. And I had an image in my mind of checkerboarding this design as well. So like one color, one square dark, one square light in a checkerboard format. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Of course, these were the 2 colors that I had in mind for that. Isn't that gorgeous? And here's how much yarn I have left over. So out of one 420 ball of sport weight or DK weight yarn and a 4mm hook, I was able to get 2 full squares with no problem. Okay, back to the join. So I'm going to work the back loop of this top stitch, and because it's closest to me, the front loop of this one, just working single crochets. So I'm going to work this down a bit. Of course, do your best to match stitch for stitch the whole way. I will do this like this, down just a bit, and then I will come back and we will work the full tops of the stitch so you see how that's done and how it looks. And that way you have an idea of which one you prefer. If either, maybe you prefer to just have a seamless join where you just, from the back, you just work through the tops of both stitches on the wrong side, and that creates a seamless join on the outside, almost like a color blocking seamless join. Clean join, I should say, because it's going to look like it has a seam, sort of. Okay, I will be right back. Here's how the 2 different styles of joins look. Not much different. But this is the one where you work the front loop, back loop, and it gives you sort of a framing on the join. And then here is working the tops of both stitches, and it gives you a very clean but textured join. And whenever you do work the tops of both stitches, you also get a very clean join in the back. Actually, both of them, you'll get a very clean join in the back. So not too bad, but that is how those 2 different styles look. So it's entirely up to you. You get a little more texture with this one if that's something you're looking for. And you get a little bit more of a clean line, a little bit more of a modern look without working front loop, back loop. So it's just entirely up to your aesthetic. But let me hold my camera up so you get the full view of everything. Go, and that's just 2 panels. I mean, massive. So let me get the measuring tape out for you. Isn't that gorgeous though? So 1 panel with the yarn, the sport weight or DK weight, and the 4mm hook is about 14.5 inches wide. Total, we are at 29 inches. And so that's going to be 14.5 inches square. So there you go. Really not bad. Over a foot wide, a foot, wide, and also going this way. So I would say, 3 panels is all you need wide, maybe 4. It would go down that way a little more. So 3 or 4 panels wide, probably 6 to 8 panels tall. It takes 1 420 yard ball of yarn to make 2. So it's a little bit of an investment, but it is a labor of love, and it is so stinking beautiful. Let me get this out of here so you really can see it. And you can checkerboard these, like with the colors I had shown you before. Look at how pretty. Can you imagine checkerboarding these 2 colors? Oh, stop it. So pretty. Okay, guys, that's that. You will find this pattern available. There will be a link down below in the description box and in the pinned comment. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this one. I told you when I saw this, if you watch my Everyday Karina channel, You know, I went on and on about this, there is a link for my other channel. It's just my junk drawer sort of vlog channel. I saw this and I said, I don't see a doily. I see a beautiful blanket. And I just had to make it happen. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please give me a like. If you skipped all the way to the end of this video, well, then I earned a like. All that hard work, I earned a like. If you like videos like this, vintage crochet, our mystery vintage crochet, our antique crochet projects, then please subscribe for more. And I will see you, half heart because I'm holding my phone, in the next video. Love you lots. Bye.